Welcome back, you guys. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to go from 0 to 100k. Whether you've got a million or you've got nothing, I'll teach you how to make an extra 100k, and who doesn't want that? So you can spend it on a super team like me or waste it on SBCs like this, just like me too. And of course there is a giveaway for up to £220 worth of, 230 even, pounds worth of FIFA points. It's going to be announced on the 8th. I get paid on the 7th, so it kind of makes sense for anyone who was worried about why I was getting extended. That's why. But make sure to get your entries in. All you got to do is subscribe, send me a screenshot over on Insta. And who did we get? I don't know which one to... Yeah, we're going to go Rodri. He's probably more useful, to be honest. So if you guys are sick of losing at FIFA because your team isn't good enough or you're not good enough at the game, then right now you need to head over to skycoach.gg. Not only can they coach you in your weekend league or play your games for you, you can buy any amount of coins you want, and all of the services get 10% off right now with the code PRORECALL. Go check them out below. Make sure to click the link in the description and let's get into it. Let's imagine you literally have 0 coins. You need to make some. What are you going to do first of all to get yourself from 0 to maybe a K? Well, you can play a game, you can do squad battles, which will also get you rewards at the end of the week. You can do the moments, little player things, because there are some tradable packs there, and you've also got the ability to just kind of go through your club thoroughly, and then you can find badges and things like that that you can sell. You're at 1,000 coins and you're wondering what you could do. Well, first of all, we've got a filter which you can build up slowly with. So first of all, you've got Gold, Common, Cam and Premier League. Now the reason we can build slowly with this one is because you've got the Gold Common version and you've also got the Gold Rare. So let's say you've literally only played maybe 2 games, got yourself to like 700 coins, you can still do this filter. So looking at the minimum value you need in for this, I think we'd probably sell these guys on for 700. EA tax is 35 coins on that, 5% for those of you who didn't know that already. So if we go to 550, we're making just over 100 coins per card. So I think it's 115 coins per card. Now bear in mind, the idea here is that we've got about 700. You're going to get basically 1/7, which is like I think 15 or 16% of your coin balance added on every sale. So you're making a decent bit of profit for the amount of coins you got. Now we've got a 500 there, which means we're even making more profit. I think that's 180 off the top of my head, 185 maybe. So that is absolutely brilliant. Selling them on for 700. We'll try and get another one quickly and then we'll move on to the next step. So obviously, as I say, you can do the gold rare version of this as well. Okay, we've missed our second snipe, but definitely time to try the gold rare. So if we go for gold rare, how far do we have to go to pick one of these up? So you're looking at around maybe 2.3. I think it's probably, okay, maybe a little bit lower. 1.5, you've got a couple pages here. I'd say realistically, you can easily sell on at 1.5. Don't make it hard for yourself. Sell on there. 75 coin EA tax, which means if you pick up at 1.4, 25 coins profit, obviously not enough. 1.3 is 125. Now this kind of becomes the point where you've got to decide yourself, is 125 coins enough? If you've got 10k sitting in the bank, 125 coins per card is fine. If you've only got 1k sitting in the bank, or 1.5, you might want to make more per card so that you do get a little bit more out of it. When you've got more coins, you can put more in and kind of let it be a bit more of a slow burner. But you've seen very quickly we've got a Coutinho there. We're really only looking for 1.3s or 1.2s. There's not going to be much under, but when there is, you get a massive profit there as well. So you've got a couple options here of what you're going to do to make a ton of coins, but you've got, you know, a couple ways there. Couple options, 1.3. You've got a lot of players on this filter. I sound like I'm waffling a bit. That's usually because I am. I don't know how we've got that one, by the way. That one is at 1.5. 425 coin profit, so very, very nice. Now, what you can do if you find that that method isn't working very well for you, something at a very similar cost right now is Gold, Liga Santander, and just Barcelona players. So you can easily put yourself on this one here. You got 1.4 probably for the sell-on, maybe even 1.5, probably around the same price as we were looking at for, to be honest, for this one, from the amount of pages there were, 1.3 is probably where you're better off. So if we're selling at 1.3, you probably want to be buying for about 1.1. EA tax at 1.3 is a similar amount. So if you think that you're happy to do 1.1, you're looking at about 120 to 130 coins per card. If you want to go down to 1k, it'll be an extra 100 coins. So it depends what you want to make per card. When we are at these lower points, I'm happy to make less profit. When you're sniping at 50k, you probably want to make 2 or 3. When you're sniping at 1k, 100, 200 coins isn't bad at all. So it's just more where your preference is and what you're happy with. We've missed a 1.2 there, but I think it was just because we weren't there on time. It was just, I was trying to do compare price, trying to set that up. We've missed it, but there is a lot available. Oh, I knew I'd missed that one straight away. While you are looking at Barcelona, if you have managed to get your coins up a little bit, you can take yourself to the French filter. Now, if you go for gold, rare, French, and Barcelona, you got yourselves Koundé and Dembele. Now, it's not a filter I'm going to spend too much time on, but it is one I've really enjoyed using this year. Now, at their rivals over with Real Madrid, we've got a few filters, but this one on the lower end is really easy. You've got yourself Nacho Fernandez, and you've got Eder Militao is pretty much the other option here. Now, of course, Alaba, Rudiger can technically come up. It's very unlikely that you're going to find these players just on the fact that they are worth a lot more. Now, looking here, we can probably pick this guy up. I mean, there's nothing under 1.5. I would say probably go for... I'd say probably go for 1.2 because it's 1.5, there's a lot of pages there. So you can try and sell at 1.5 for that bit of extra profit, or you can sell at 1.4. So at 1.4, you're making 130 coins a snipe. At 1.5, you're making 225. So it's not a huge loss if you do sell it for 1.4 and you pick it up at 1.2. But if you're picking them up at 1.3 and you have to sell at 1.4, it's almost pointless doing the snipe. So that's why we're giving yourselves a little bit of a wiggle room to make sure we can make profit no matter what. Oh, we got a very easy snipe there. And I did have a look just to try and do some compare price. Discovered there wasn't actually as many pages as I thought. So we're going to start at 1.5. I think that's going to be an easy sell on, which is a nice little profit there. Now, with the Spanish in mind, we're going to take our trip over to the League One and do the League One Spain filter. Now, you've got to obviously do this with PSG. You've got Ramos, you've got Sola, and you've got Fabian. So you've got a nice section of quite a few players. And being that you've just advanced your way up the coin values here, this is the perfect place to stop next. So you're looking at around, I think, 3K or very near to that for these guys right now. 3,000 there. Now, obviously, bear in mind, if you get a Ramos snipe, you're absolutely caking the coins with that one. 2.8, there's a couple pages. 2.7, there's pretty much nothing. I'd say 2.8 EA coins. EA tax on that is, I'm trying to think off the top of my head. Am I being stupid? 2.8, 280, half that, 140 coins. There you go. So EA tax brings us down to here. We'd make 60 coins there. Here is 160. Now, I would say if you want to go down to 2.4, you make 260 coins per card. The reason that as you go up, you don't need to make more profit per card in terms of like the minimum is because it is the minimum. So the worst case scenarios are going to make 160 coins per card at this price. If you want your worst case to be high, I mean, look, there you go. There's two cards there, both of which we would have made 600 or 700 coins on. Now, obviously, I would still see them if I was going for 2.4, but what I would miss out on if I was doing a lower max buy now is a few of the snipes at 2.5, which every little coin helps, and it's always worth having more available. Now, if you are on the topic of PSG and you do manage to up your coins a bit there, you can move yourself over to this filter here. If you go over for Italy and PSG, you're looking at around 35k, so we are pushing up a little bit further here, but I'm just touching on it while we are looking at PSG. Now, it's not the next filter we're really going to delve into, and that's going to be something that I've really enjoyed doing this year, which is the midfielder. And you want to go over to Liga Santander and you want to go to Real Madrid. Now, you might think, okay, Cruz, Modric. No, we're not looking at those guys. We are looking at mostly Vinicius Jr., but we do need to remove Camavinga from the filter first of all. I think his buy now is about 13,500. So there's a good selection of special cards here as well. So you've got Modric's, you've got Tuchemeni, you've got Vinicius Jr., Cruz, you've got a ton of players here. But obviously Vinny is going to be the cheapest, being that he's a rare gold card. Now, from the looks of things, he's probably just as cheap as any 86 is right now. You're looking at about 20k there. There's not much at 21 and not really much at 22 either. Realistically, I would say we're going to sell it on at 22. So EA tax there is going to be 1.1. So go down by 1,000, go down to there. In theory, all of these are breaking even basically. Down to here, you're making 750 profit. So I would say you really want to go for 19,750 as a minimum, just because I don't like sniping cards that are just sitting. If they're just sitting, I feel like it's not a snipe. It doesn't feel like we've worked for it, and sometimes it just doesn't add up. So we do want to go a little bit lower just to guarantee ourselves some profit. You know, if there's any movement in the market, we're still gonna, oh, that is horrible. We're still gonna make some coins. And I do apologize for that sound for any headphone users. The only reason that goes off once a day at 7:30 is to say you need to make a video. Luckily, most of the time I am making a video at that time. Unfortunately, that does mean a lot of you get to hear it in a very painful way. Oh, we've just tried to buy the last of the ones at 20 and they've gone. which has made me realise actually it might have been a mistake not to buy them. But we got a 19,750, which is what we wanted first. Now, there has actually been a new team of the week released today, which means we do have some filters based on that. Now, I'm not going to spoil you too many. We will have a few in tomorrow's video, along with having a look at the new promo cards. But we're going to go to Gold Team of the Week. We're going to go Premier League. And at this point, you could pretty much just make a Phil Foden filter out of this. But we're going to go to City now. You've got a Kanji, you've got Foden, multiple Foden cards now. You've got Cancelo, you've got Rodri. Now, realistically, Cancelo's not in the mix, but all of the rest of them are, apart from De Bruyne. You've got Kanji, Foden, Rodri there. There's another Foden and there's a Mahrez card. All not that ridiculously priced. Now, if we go for midfielders, obviously on this one here as well, you will get rid of the likes of your Kanjis there. So if you do want to do that, if you take it to that, you're only going to be getting sort of higher value cards there. Rodri actually being the cheapest, which is quite a good place to be. Now, 38,000 would be kind of the mark that I'd say you want to be selling him for. So EA tax on that, 10%. We'll just do it as if it was 40k, so 2,000 off. You then want to take another 1,000 off for profit, and that's where you want to snipe. So you can get Foden on here. I'm going to have to end it there, guys. That is such an L. Oh. Make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.